No, we don't. But we do occasionally go to the office together. तो काम की बातें अगर होती है तो वहाँ पे होती है. The parts of the action were shot. Ajay did shoot parts of the action for the climax and all that. And of course, genuinely believe that it's out of your control by that day. By Friday, everything is out of your control. जो आप कर सकते थे. Touch wood, I haven't had anybody turn around and said कि इतना खराब काम किया है ना, इसने इतना खराब काम किया है ना. I mean, I'm sure that I see all the younger people around me, and I'm sure in another 10 years they will have happily overtaken me also in that regards. But I'm happy. I love who I am today, and the person that I am today is a masterpiece in the making. I believe that. I remember asking Yug this, that, I said, who do you want to look like? Do you want to look like me or do you want to look like Papa? Tell me fast. Ajay Devgn is stage पे नहीं बैठा हुआ है. बता दूँ. Why you should make कुछ होता है part 2 when you grow older and you fall in love again with Shah Rukh Khan. And I'm like, but the thing is that it's.
But has it ever happened when you said no to a film and it turned out to be a big hit?
Oh, lots of times. Prime example was 3 Idiots. Like, I can't imagine a DDLJ 2. So like, train के बाद क्या हुआ? किसी को पता भी नहीं करना है.
The film comes from the world of Shaitaan. Can we expect Shaitaan and Ajay sir to make a cameo in the film? So ladies and gentlemen, with the loudest cheer, let's welcome Kajol ma'am. Firstly, thank you so much, ma'am, for doing this with us. We are so excited to have you here, and we are very excited for Ma as well. I think the entire crowd is waiting for...
Yay, I'm also very excited about Ma. Thank you. Hello!
I want to start that conversation with you by asking you, how did Ma come your way? This is the first time that you are venturing into a mythological horror space. I think it's one of the first in the genre as well for Hindi. So
absolutely. It is the first film that is a mythological horror. I think we've had either mythological or horror, but never a combination of both. So yes, it is the first of its kind. As for how it came about with me, it's बस मैं क्या कहूँ, हो गया. पता ही नहीं चला कैसे हो गया, कहाँ से हो गया, लेकिन हो गया. The script came, we heard the concept. It was one of the fastest turnarounds. Normally, it takes at least a year for to go from a concept to shoot. Yeah. This happened in 6 months. So it was just, everything just like kind of fell into place, like as though it was always meant to be, literally. And from the concept to the, to the hearing the script, to okaying the script, to the recce's, to the shoot. Eventually, we were shooting within 6 months, and it was amazing. Even our shoot, in fact, went off so nicely and smoothly that touch wood. I can say touch wood now. But so it was one of those things that probably was always meant to happen.
But the script came your way after Shaitaan, or was it before?
No, after. For sure. Yes, after sure. And I've always been a big believer in Ma and Kali Ma, Durga Ma. I think I believe that they have her, she has her hand on my head, and she stood behind me and helped me all my life. So even in this, I felt her hand on me for sure.
But ma'am, like you said, this is one of the scripts which went from idea to on floors in 6 months. Ajay sir is producing the film. Were you two on the same page, and what sort of work conversations did the two of you have? Because I remember in one of the interviews you said that you and Ajay sir never discuss work.
No, we don't. But we do occasionally go to the office together. तो काम की बातें अगर होती है तो वहाँ पे होती है.
And you both were on the same page with it.
Absolutely. Where work is concerned, we both are very clear about, how it should go. I mean, we're both pretty much on the same page as far as work is concerned.
And you are fighting with a demon in the film. Could you tell us something about what exactly you are fighting? Because it looks very intriguing in the trailer without giving much.
I can't tell you without giving you much. Actually, ज़्यादा कुछ बोल नहीं सकती हूँ उसके बारे में. But I will tell you that it is very, very difficult, and it is one of those eternal fights. Really, it is the eternal fight between light and dark. It is the eternal fight between you and yourself. and it is the eternal fight between what you believe, between your faith, and what you believe that you need to stand up against. So
But you believe in like the negative and the positive forces which exist.
absolutely, I feel the negative cannot exist without the positive, and the positive cannot exist without the negative. It's always about a balance, right? It's always about a balance in all of us. हम सब में जो होता है कुछ कुछ जो बोलते हैं जिसको supposedly हम negative सोचते हैं या जिसको हम supposedly positive बुलाते हैं, तो ये सब चीज़ें मुझे लगता है हर इंसान में होती हैं और हर चीज़ में होती है. Everything has its pros and cons.
But what are the demons that you have faced in your life? And how did you overcome that?
Demons. One of the biggest demons I think you fight is yourself. Your, your overthinking, your second guessing, your gaslighting. Did it really happen? And that's something that you have a constant battle with every day. It's something that you fight every day. It's not something that you can say that हाँ ठीक है युद्ध खत्म हो गया है और इसके बाद पता नहीं कुछ इसके बाद ये पर्टिकुलर सवाल आएगा नहीं हमारी ज़िंदगी में. बिल्कुल नहीं. आई थिंक हम रोज़ सोचते हैं कि am I good enough? And will I be enough? Will I be enough to face the day, the position, the people, the situation around me? So it's an ongoing battle.
And how do you overcome it?
How do you overcome it? I think you start by faking it. You start by faking it. You start by just standing up and saying, yes, I can do it without believing it. And then slowly as you go forward and you take that first step forward, you realize that, I've taken that first step forward and it's going to be okay. And then I think slowly it becomes a habit and slowly it becomes expected. And I think that's how you fight all your demons.
But ma'am, when we speak of demons, we are in a film fraternity. What, according to you, are the demons that exist in the Hindi film industry, or let's say Indian film industry?
What are the demons?
Yeah.
What are the demons? I don't know, actually. I don't think that there are any demons as such. There are some, like you say, pros and cons. I think हर industry में होती है. और I think we fight against the box office. We fight against expectations. I wouldn't, again, like I said, it wouldn't be demons. There are pros and cons. They're strengths. And I wouldn't even call them weaknesses. I would say stronger and maybe a little less stronger. So yeah, we fight all of that. We fight prejudice. We fight society. We fight culture. We fight box office, like I said. We fight expectations. We fight to be heard and understood rather than misunderstood. So all of that. And I think, like I said, I think you have to believe in yourself and go forward from it. I'm sure that all the right people will hear you in the right way.
But 30 plus years in the industry, what
34.
34. What is a Friday morning like for you on the day of release now?
I sound very I sound very confident when I say that, but I genuinely believe that it's out of your control by that day. By Friday, everything is out of your control. जो आप कर सकते थे उस वक्त तक आपने पूरी जान लगा के आपने कर दिया है. प्रमोशन करना था, प्रमोशन कर लिया. शूटिंग करनी थी, शूटिंग कर ली. जिससे बात करनी थी उस बात कर ली. Meet, greet, you've done everything that you can. By Friday, you have finished the exam. Now it's up to the examiner to give you your marks and say कि कितने marks मिलने वाले हैं आपको. तो बस बैठ के आपको wait करना है कि मतलब result क्या होने वाला है, HSC 12th pass हो कि नहीं हो.
But is there a Friday which surprised you the most?
No, not really. It surprised me. No, I wouldn't say. I think when you sit back, you have to sit back in neutral. Okay, will it do well? Will it not do well? Touch wood, I haven't had anybody turn around and said कि इतना खराब काम किया है ना, इसने इतना खराब काम किया है ना. So yeah, I'm very selfish like that. I feel like मेरा काम जो है वो सबसे ज़्यादा criticisms मैं खुद को ही देती हूँ. So it's more that what is my judgment about myself and क्या मेरे खुद के marks कितने हैं खुद के लिए? Am I 50 on 100? Am I 70 on 100? I'm never more than 70. I think that it's always that 30% up and down तो होता ही है. I think हर actor को पूछो तो लगता है कि नहीं यार ये we could have changed this, we could have done this, we could have. So there is that, but no, I don't think I'm surprised because there are only two options and there is no third option.
According to you, what is your best performance till date? The 70 on 100 that you said.
According to me, my best performance is my real life performance. It is my real life performance. I think I've worked hardest on my real life performance. And whether it was, in any which way, on myself, first and foremost. As a mother, most importantly, I think that was huge for me. मुझे लग रहा था उस वक्त when Nysa was born, I felt like that's one exam I can't fail. So I think my real life performance has taken more out of me than any film will ever in my life demand of me.
But I think, is that the reason why there was a phase where you took a backseat from acting? You have done 50 films and I think recently you said that you are among the least working...
I am the least worked actor.
Yeah.
Yes. I probably will be. I mean, I'm sure that I see all the younger, people around me, and I'm sure in another 10 years they will have happily overtaken me also in that regards. But I'm happy. I'm happy doing one film in 2 years, and that's about it.
But as humans, we always look at things in the hindsight. Do you ever feel that काश मैंने वो वाला film कर लिया होता जो offer आया था?
No, not at all. I don't believe in going back and regretting things. Yes, there are some things that I feel bad about. That I feel that I feel sad that it happened, but I also feel that my entire life has been a huge big learning curve. So there is no decision that I can go back and say that it's been a bad decision. It hasn't been a bad decision. It's been a little more learning and a little more. I've grown better. And I have grown wiser, I hope. I really hope and pray. Have I? I don't know. Please tell me. Thank you so much. And you have no option but to say yes. There is no second option. I just want to tell you all that. But yeah, so I think it's that I don't regret things. I don't believe that it's a waste of energy to regret things. I've learned so much from my whole life, really. So I love who I am today, and the person that I am today is a masterpiece in the making. I believe that.
I think that's the best way to look at things, positive, and you have a clear approach on what you want and what you don't want.
Yeah, like I said, I'm still learning.
And ma'am, when we speak of motherhood, Nysa and Yug, are they mama's boy and girl or dad's?
They are both my children, I want to tell you that.
Yeah. No, I mean...
हाँ, अजय देवगन इस स्टेज पे नहीं बैठा हुआ है. बता दूं. हाँ. So they're both, honestly, they're my kids, they're his kids, they're our kids. And I am very proud to say that they're very much their own people. So I remember asking Yug this, that, I said, who do you want to look like? Do you want to look like me or do you want to look like Papa? Tell me fast. So he's looked at me like I'm holding a gun on his head. And he's looked at me very calmly and very diplomatically turned around and says, I look like Yug. I am Yug. So I think that defines my children. I'm very, very happy to say that I've brought up two individuals who have their own personalities, who I hope I have taught to think for themselves. And I think that's been my biggest teaching as a parent.
The film comes from the world of Shaitaan. Can we expect Shaitaan and Ajay sir to make a cameo in the film?
No. नो काश आपने ये सजेशन मुझे पहले दिया होता, हमारी शूटिंग के पहले दिया होता तो हम शायद शूटिंग कर भी लेते, लेकिन now it's too late. The film is about to release. We can't add that much now.
Maybe in the future, hopefully with...
Absolutely. I hope if you all like the film a lot, hopefully there will be a Ma 2. Definitely. Ma 2. That doesn't sound good, no?
Ma Returns. I think Ma Returns sounds better.
So I'll come to you for suggestions.
And ma'am, we have seen a lot of behind the scene pictures from the shoot of Ma. And there's one picture which a lot of fans have picked up is Ajay sir behind the camera directing you in one of the scenes. I think it was the climax. I don't know. I'll try and find out the picture.
Yeah, it's probably
Yeah,
the climax.
yeah.
Yeah.
How
So he
how
shot parts of the climax. Yeah.
That's what my question was. How active was he creatively in this film?
Creatively, yes, of course, he's the producer. So he sat down on the script and he's been part of, the whole process of the film. But, Vishal is definitely the director of the film, no two ways about it. And, but yes, I mean, the parts of the action were shot. Ajay did shoot parts of the action for the climax and all that. And of course, there's the VFX also, which is a completely different ball game altogether. I think you don't realize how big a deal, sitting down on the VFX is till you're part of that world. And Ajay is very much obsessed with it.
Are you tech savvy as well?
No, definitely not. So I had no idea what I was doing. I was like told to stand here, told to go look there. And that's pretty much all I could manage.
But filmmaking has changed a lot in the last 34 years.
Absolutely. Filmmaking has changed. Acting has changed. What can I say? Everything has changed. The entire process and, of course, the entire output as well has changed. I think films are much darker now than they were. I think happier times are difficult to show now and believe in. And I think that it's a reflection of society. It's a reflection of how people are thinking these days. I don't know whether love in its like you talk about a love story. Everybody asks, why you should make Kuch Kuch Hota Hai Part 2. When you grow older and you fall in love again with Shah Rukh Khan. And I'm like, but the thing is that it's Kuch Kuch Hota Hai was great because it was a different set of people. It was a different world. You still had people who believed in that kind of love, that like eternal, that once in a lifetime kind of love. आज पूछो तो मतलब किसी को भी पूछोगे. It's like ये काम नहीं करिए. I have about another 10 options for you, standing on that track over there. So it's difficult in today's day and time to conceive a story that has the same belief patterns.
But ma'am, you and Shah Rukh together inspired a whole generation to believe in love. You made them realize the concept of love. Do you think this is the right time for a mature love story with the two? So that people...
I'm definitely coming to you later. Don't worry about it to take tips on exactly what I should be doing. I would love to see a film like that. Yes, definitely. And why not? If Shah Rukh ever sits here, you can definitely suggest it to him. But we'll see. अभी माँ की बात करते हैं, जिसके बारे में हम यहाँ पे आए हैं.
Yeah, no. I mean, we were talking about love, so that's how that came into picture. And this is your big screen release after a long time.
Yes.
I think it has been 2 years.
At least.
Yeah.
At least what was the last? I don't remember.
I think
I
2
don't
years.
remember.
Yeah. How does it feel? Because you have done things on the digital medium, but now this marks the return to the big screen as well.
Absolutely, and I'm very, very excited that it is something that that is unexpected of me. Yeah. I don't want to constantly do the same thing again and again because it bores me as well. And I think it's very important for actors, most people these days, to reinvent themselves and do things that are unexpected, challenge themselves to do things that you probably would not have done in, maybe 10 years back or even 5 years back for that matter. So yes, I'm very happy to, be here doing something completely different that I haven't done before. And, coming out of the mythological horror that has never been done before. Absolutely. So yes, very happy to be coming back. Ek aur comeback? One more comeback?
I think you were always here, but everyone loves you. So there's no comeback for you. You're always here.
Thank you.
Yes. And when we talk of horror as a genre, as an audience, do you like the genre? Do you watch horror films?
No, I don't. I want to tell you that I am one of those really super brave people. I have, from the time that I was a kid, I never got scared of dark rooms or anything like that. I sleep alone in, like, God knows, I've traveled the whole world and slept alone in hotel rooms all over without worrying. And, कि टीवी ऑन रखना चाहिए या कोई होना चाहिए यहाँ पे या किसको बोल के जाना जरूर या जो भी है. So I'm very brave like that. And the reason for that is that I don't watch horror films. The reason for that, let me tell you that. It was like, just my sister, my sisters, all, lots of people, my son, everybody, all of them love horror films, love it. My sister, when she was a kid, she was like, I think 6 or 7, and she loved horror films. And I was like, you want to get scared? मुझसे पूछ ले, मैं डरा दूँ ना. तेरे को पैसे देने की जरूरत नहीं है, तेरे को कहीं जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. So I'll scare you whenever you want. Just say the word.
So you have not watched any horror film?
No, I haven't. It's terrible, I know. And it's an anomaly. Why am I doing a horror film in that case? Again, I will say that it is the concept. I'm a mythological buff. Yeah. I love mythology. I believe in Ma, and I believe in the goddess, and I believe in, all the higher powers up there. So I believe that Ma as a script really, really spoke to me in that respect. It became a horror film, but it started out as a really good script.
So how did you react when you watched the film in totality for the first time?
I haven't watched the film.
Oh, so far.
मैंने सिर्फ डबिंग में देखी है और डबिंग में भी ऐसे करके देख रही थी. Thank God I saw it in dubbing without the VFX. Without the VFX, I've seen it. So it's still like you can see the cables and things like that. तो इतना डर नहीं लगता है. So I have to go through the experience myself as yet. I haven't.
We would be waiting for your reaction to the film then.
That will be another movie altogether.
Yeah. The protagonist that you are playing in there are very few films written in such way. You come from a generation when there were so many well-written characters for men and women both. But now, because of so much insecurities around, we see very few well-written films where there are multiple characters which get their moment to shine. Mm-hmm. Do you miss such kind of scripts? Do you think that उतनी अच्छी स्क्रिप्टें नहीं आ रही है जो सब कैरेक्टर्स को जस्टिस करे?
I think everybody is trying their hardest to write a good film and to make a good film. But it also has to do with, how do I put it in the nicest way possible? But it also has to be commercially viable. It has to be commercially viable, because at the end of the day, yes, you come to a cinema to watch a film, but it is somebody's money. It is a financial product that is being sold. So it has to be financially viable for it to work. And I think that's what everybody is trying to do these days, is to make something that works commercially, as well as has that, of course, the creative, whatever involved in it. But yes, everybody's trying to make sure that, at least they get a return for whatever they've put in. So I don't know whether I don't know whether you can compare the writing to say whether it's, bad or good. I definitely think that today we have some very, very interesting concepts. We've got some really cool films coming up, some really cool writing. We recently went to the Oscars with The Elephant Whisperer. So, we have some great writing coming out of India. I wouldn't say that it's worse or, better. But yeah, I think that I think we do need, maybe we do need a little variety, maybe.
In terms of the genres.
Absolutely.
But horror is the flavor of the season. So do you think this is the best time for a film like Madhavan?
I think it's the best time for this film. No two ways about it. Regardless of the genre, I think it is a film about Kali and her fight with Raktabij. That's the story. And we are right now in the Kali Yuga. So it couldn't be a better time than ever for Ma.
3 weeks more and then we'll see the magic on the screen. But I went to watch a film recently and the trailer of Ma screened over there with a full house. And you could hear murmurs in the hall that people wanted to watch the film next. So I think the trailer has landed very well with the audience to create that curiosity. Now, you spoke about expectations in one of the earlier answers. The film will release with a certain amount of expectations for two reasons. Number one, the trailer has landed well, and number two, it comes from the world of a film which is already established. Does the expectation bother you?
No, absolutely not. I can't let the expectations bother me. I cannot let the expectations bother me. Otherwise, I would stop working and sit at home. Really, I mean, if you think of it that way, you will never ever make a film. You'll never ever go out if you're sitting over there and letting everybody's expectations bother you. Yes, you are worried about how people will receive the film. Will they like the film? Will they not like the film? There is always that, it's your work. It's your hard work of God knows, how many months and how many, a whole year and a half. It is something that you've believed in, pushed, worked towards, and it's big for you. It's not small. You've put like your heart, soul, money, everything into it. So yes, there is that, you really desperately want it to work. But I think that that's something, expectations, living up to somebody else's expectations, I don't know, but you have to live up to your own expectations. And that's, like I say, another demon that you're fighting all by yourself.
That's true. But ma'am, how easy or difficult is it for you to say no to something that you don't want to
Oh,
do?
very easy. No. पूछ लो, सवाल पूछ लो मुझसे. Ask me something and see how easy it is. Do you want this popcorn?
No.
Then?
But has it ever happened when you said no to a film and it turned out to be a big hit?
Oh, lots of times. Lots of times. Prime example was Three Idiots. So, lots of times, lots of films, honestly, I won't. But I also think that again, like you talk about regrets, I feel that those films were theirs. जैसे बोलते हैं ना कि जिसका लिखा हुआ है उसको ही मिलता है. So I think that I've done very well for myself without that also.
Yeah, that it's there for everyone to see in the filmography. But that was actually my next question. If you look at your filmography, you share a great chemistry with almost every co-star of yours. Be it you and Shah Rukh, be it you and Akshay sir, be it you and Ajay sir, be it you and Salman, be it you and Seth.
That just means that I'm a fabulous actor. आगे जाओ.
What's the magic of that chemistry? Like,
what is the magic?
yeah, how is it?
There's no magic. I think it's I mean, Shah Rukh has really, I love his interviews for that reason, that he has these fabulous ways of putting things. So मेरे सामने एक गाय भी रख दोगे ना, तो मैं भी उस गाय के, गाय, I want to clarify, is a cow. Yeah. Just to be clear, nobody is to misunderstand this. तो मेरे सामने एक गाय भी रख दोगे ना, तो I will make sure that cow also feels like I'm madly in love with the cow. So yes, I think it has to do with the fact that we're all good actors, and that's our job basically, to sell it to you.
Yeah, because very few have that. With everyone, it doesn't happen. Usually, एक actor के साथ में होता है, दूसरे के साथ में नहीं होता. But you have, like, I don't know how. It's with everyone. I'm speechless about that. So yeah. Is there an actor you feel you will have, like, you have not worked with so far, that you want to work with, and जहाँ पे you can recreate the magic again?
Is there somebody that I haven't worked with? Govinda. I haven't worked with Govinda. I haven't. But again, now I think where I am today, I think it would take a really interesting script. And there's nothing like I want to work with a particular person. For me, my script is my hero, and I think that my belief has led me well so far.
You have an extraordinary comic timing. This is something which I asked you last time as well. Why are we not seeing you in a comic film? Like,
I want to do a comedy. Let me put that out there. I would love to do a comedy. I think I'd be fabulous in a comedy. Please come to me with a fabulously written comedy. I have, I've heard so many scripts that have been, some have been slapstick, some of them have been, halfway decent, but nothing that I felt really, really worked on like a phenomenal level. So if you have a fabulous comedy script that's absolutely like mind-blowingly funny, that I would be great in.
You will be great in any comedy.
Thank you so much.
Let's hope we manifesting for the
Absolutely. Next.
yes. And what film of yours warrants a second part apart from Ma, which you already said that if this works, there'll be a part 2.
I can't think of anything that would. I think each film has has a certain amount of magic that it produces, and like I can't imagine a DDLJ 2. So like train के बाद क्या हुआ? किसी को पता भी नहीं करना है. मतलब किसी को पता नहीं है कि do you really want to know whether they fought over the diapers or not? Like you don't want to know. It's just wonderful that it's left at the end. And the train, chali gayi. The end, brilliant. Now you can just leave it to imagination. They lived happily ever after. It's one sentence. It's not a marriage. So it's perfect. No, I don't know whether any of my films would warrant a part 2 so far. I would love to see a part 2 of. But no, I can't think of anything else.
Okay. And one last thing, what next for you after Ma?
As of now, nothing. Like I said, I'm waiting for maybe somebody will come up to me with a fabulous comedy, and you'll see me sitting here across from you, and you'll be like, "See, I told you so."
A comedy, yes. Let's hope for a comedy. And ma'am, we have 2 more sections. We have picked up some of your most iconic scenes from your filmography. We want to know in short your memory with that particular moment in the film. The first scene is this. This is from Gupt.
So I kill her.
Yes, you kill her.
But there's nothing. There's no anecdote behind it. I mean, there's really not. The whole point was that we knew that I was the killer, right? So there was no surprise for us. The surprise was for everybody who went to watch the film and realized that I was the killer later.
And made it iconic.
And made it iconic, absolutely. But it was a beautiful film. It was a wonderful film. We had Ashok Mehta was the DOP at that time for the film, and he shot the film like amazingly, like beautifully. Rajiv Rai was the director, and Manisha and me have done that film together. Bobby was the hero, and Bobby and me have had he's great to work with as well. So yeah, we had a great time doing the film. No special anecdote.
No. Okay, so this one might have, I think, the train scene which you said.
The train scene. There was no anecdote on this. I want to tell you that the whole film, this scene, was the only part of the film where we felt like we were shooting in one place on a small railway station in Y somewhere. And I was like, out of all the places that we've shot in London, we've shot in Switzerland, we've shot in Bombay, in the studios, in the heat, on the roads, we've done all of it. I have to say, this was the most tiresome shooting that we have done, because after every take, that train would go back. It would take 5 minutes to go back, and then 10 minutes to crawl back to its place again. So between every retake, it's like we cannot mess this up even once, because every time it was like 15 minutes between every retake. It was like ridiculous. But it was one of those times when I think it was the only time in the film that we had the entire cast, from Amrish ji to Farida ji to to Anupam Kher, and everybody on the cast came for that particular shoot. So it was actually it was the last part. Yeah, it was the last bit of the shoot. So it was really nice to see everybody. We sat, we chilled, we ate together, क्योंकि उस वक्त तो vanity vans नहीं थे, तो हमको एक साथ बैठना ही पड़ा. कोई कहीं पे जा ही नहीं सकता था. Or we all sat and chilled, played some word association game, and Pam Auntie was there, Yash Uncle was there. So it was one of those really, really nice memories of the film. Yeah.
I think things were better back then when people used to just sit together after, or like right now, everyone is just there in their vanities.
I see, again, I don't know whether that's a better or a worse thing. This film industry was smaller. We had fewer people to do a lot more work. Now everything is like, if you have what we consider just a makeup and hair department turns out to have like 15 subsections underneath it. So there's a whole lot more people doing a whole lot more on the set. So it's that. But yes, there was a certain sense of camaraderie when you had no choice but to sit 8 hours on the set. There were no phones, so we had no choice. We had to talk to each other only. किससे बात करेंगे? मतलब we couldn't talk to the chair or the table, right? What do? We had to talk to each other only, whether we liked them or we didn't like them. And it fosters when you sit and just sitting and living with a person or working with a person for 10, 12 hours every day for the 45 days. There's a certain level of comfort that comes, that is just you can't classify it as a 2 a.m. friend, but there is a certain level of comfort and there's a certain level of meeting them that you will always have for the rest of your life.
True. And this one, it's a scene from Ishq. I think the mall scene where...
The very iconic mall scene. So we shot part of it in Film City and we shot part of it inside a mall. And it was iconic for a lot of reasons, not only the on-screen reasons for it. But I think that was the scene where I think that Juhi got very upset and ran off and we had to stop shooting, etc., etc. So yeah, it was iconic in a lot of ways.
But this entire toothpaste moment, how did it happen and how? I mean, it's crazy to think of it.
That I have to give the writers actually. The writers have written this. It was not a spur of the moment. It was not that suddenly हमको ये brilliant idea आ गया कि हम यहाँ पे बैठे और हमको ये brilliant idea आ गया कि इसके मुंह पे toothpaste डालते हैं. No, it was written for us. And, it was enacted the way it was enacted. And I think they had a great time doing it. They really had a great time doing it.
And two more. This is from Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, the climax.
Yeah, Kuch Kuch Hota Hai's climax was quite packed, I would say. Yeah. It was really, really packed. It had the whole, the whole cast of the film again. And of course, the iconic Mr. Salman Khan popping out over there as Aman. And it was quite it was just a really, really how do I put it? It was just one of those, it was just a moment that happened. Yeah. It was just one of those things that just happened. We didn't script it. This was not again scripted. This was not, told to us what to do, etc. It was like, okay, you're going to stand there and I'm rolling the camera and you'll have to just stand and do something, whatever, that comes to you. So it kind of just happened, really.
Wow. Now, this is a picture which is then and now, the last one. It's you and Ajay sir together.
It's a long, that's a long journey, yes.
But how do you see the journey from that?
I actually see it as quite a fruitful journey. उसके बीच में हमने पता नहीं कितनी सारी पिक्चरें कर ली, 2 बच्चे पैदा कर दिए, एक घर बना दिया, एक प्रोडक्शन कंपनी बना दी, तो काफ़ी कुछ काम कर लिया हम लोगों ने उन 2 फोटोग्राफ्स के बीच में. I think we're better looking today, by the way. The second picture is we're looking much better than we were in the first picture. What I don't know how to explain it. How do you define a life, really? How do you define a life? How do you describe a life? I think that's what it shows, really.
This is the last one. I think this is your cameo in Kal Ho Na Ho. And when you were the lucky charm, you made a small appearance in all Dharma films.
Yes, I did. It was, I don't know whether I was a lucky charm or not, but I think Karan just wanted, me to be there for that matter, just because, not for its luck factor or anything like that. I think the films did well, pretty much. No, I can't claim credit for Kal Ho Na Ho, regardless of what you say.
No, he said that. Once he said that Kajol is my lucky charm, so that's...
No, he's lovely, he's wonderful, and I hope I'm his lucky charm. We have another film releasing soon.
Yes. And now finally we have taken some questions from the fans and we have taken their names over here. So
okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll pick it or you can, whatever. Jai Singh Lama.
First time I'm seeing you, and I'm very happy to see you. Very big fan since DDLJ days.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for entertaining us for so many years. And my question, आपसे मेरा ये क्वेश्चन है कि माँ जो स्क्रिप्ट है, इसमें आपको किस चीज़ ने इंस्पायर किया इस पिक्चर को करने के लिए? मतलब what inspired you to do this film, basically?
I think I've already answered this question.
हाँ,
What inspired me to do this
थोड़ा
film?
हाँ.
क्योंकि I think मैंने कहा है कि I think I believe, not I think, but I believe very, very strongly in माँ. I believe in the mother goddess. उसका नाम कभी कभी काली होता है, कभी कभी दुर्गा होता है, कभी कभी पार्वती होता है, बट आई बिलीव हर, और मुझे लगता है कि उसका हाथ मेरे सर पे हमेशा रहता है. सो आई थिंक दिस फिल्म वॉज अबाउट हर, एंड आई थिंक शी गाइडेड मी समवेयर टू डू इट, रियली.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Kaushik.
हेलो मैम.
हेलो, नमस्ते.
आंखें तरस गई आपको देखने के लिए.
पानी ले लो.
वही नहीं दिया, बाकी सब दिया. लेकिन मेरा एक क्वेश्चन था मैम कि जैसे अभी सर ने भी पूछा, तो मैं आपसे ये पूछना चाहूँगा कि आपकी जो भी मूवी हिट हुई है उसमें आपकी टांग टूटी है.
टांग टूटी नहीं है, मैं गिर गई हूँ, इतना
हाँ,
मत
मतलब,
बोलिए
हाँ,
प्लीज.
तो
मुझे डराइए मत, मेरी पिक्चर अभी रिलीज पे है.
तो इस मूवी में भी आपने कुछ गिरे या कुछ गिरी हो आप? होगा तो सही, एक आध दो बार.
एक आध दो बार नहीं, 15-20 बार हुआ है. तो ये पिक्चर तो सुपर हिट होनी चाहिए, समझ लो. एवरीबॉडी यार इट.
मतलब ये पिक्चर में आपको 15 टाइम्स मोर कलेक्शन आएगा.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, आपके मुंह में घी शक्कर. और आप कहीं नहीं गिरे, ये मेरा आशीर्वाद है.
थैंक यू वेरी मच.
थैंक यू.
Pranjal.
Hello, ma'am. You're looking really pretty today.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask, like, have you ever felt the Divine Mother's, like, you have mentioned now you always had her hand on your head. So, like, that one incident, like, where you were like, ये coincidence नहीं हो सकता, it's her.
Lots of times. For this script also, I will say that I don't know how it happened. But, I was in January, the script came to me in July. And from January onwards, I was thinking, that I wanted to write something. I wanted to, she was just playing on my mind. I wanted to do darshan. I wanted to go to the mandir. Or I don't have that, कि मुझे मंदिर जाना ही है. I don't have that, because I believe that my goddess is everywhere. My God is everywhere. मुझे बस आँख बंद करने की ज़रूरत है, तो मुझे भगवान मिल जाता है वहीं पे. तो मुझे कहीं जाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. मैंने हमेशा सोचा है. But whenever I felt that need to do it, something or the other always comes up my way. Somebody will say that, acha theek hai, why don't we go here? Or I just went and to this mandir or whatever, and why don't you come with me? Something will lead me there. And from January I was thinking I want to go to either Dakshineshwar or Kamakha. I was planning it. When do I go? Time nikalna padega mujhe yahan se, how do I go? I was planning the whole trip. And in that planning, I suddenly got a call to say that, listen, this guy has a script, please come and hear the script. So it was in that planning time. So I knew for a fact that it could not be something, it couldn't be coincidence that I'm thinking of it so much and something like this comes to me. And like I said, I think it was just a collection of, just everything coming together in the right way that made this film happen. Really. So yes, I felt her hand on my head and her pushing me. Sometimes she's kicking me in the butt also to say that I want you to go in this direction. How dare you even look in the other direction?
Even now, Ma is releasing on 27th, and the Ambubachi Mela at Kamakhya is also falling around the same period. So it's like her blessing.
Exactly. I'm telling you. Everything. There are no such things as coincidences. You know that, right?
The next one, Oksana.
Namaste, Kajol ji.
Namaste.
I'm here with my foreigner friends.
Okay. Hello.
So we have question for you. What do you think there are possibilities or chances for foreigner people in Bollywood industry to become successful?
I think Bollywood is one of those places that pretty much is non-judgmental as far as where success is concerned. It is non-judgmental. Success is non-judgmental. And yes, definitely, if you have it in you, you will be successful.
Okay, thank you so
Thank
much.
Uttam?
हाय काजोल मैम
Hello.
मेरा क्वेश्चंस बिफोर और आफ्टर से रिलेटेड है. जब मैं पैदा नहीं हुआ था बिल्कुल आप वैसे ही लगती थी और आफ्टर अभी भी आप ऐसे ही लगती है. एंड बिफोर और आफ्टर की बात करूं, फिल्म से पहले कभी आप अजय सर के साथ बैठे थे और अजय सर ने मस्ती भरे मूड में बोल दिया होगा कि मेरे पास शिंगम है, गोलमाल है, शैतान है, आपके पास क्या है? तो आपने बोला होगा मेरे पास युग है, न्यासा है, अजय देवगन है और माँ है.
तो इसमें सवाल क्या है, मुझे ये बताइए.
और माँ के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में बात करूं तो हमने ट्रेलर देखा, बहुत बड़ा गूज़बम्प है उसमें. और ट्रेलर देखकर बहुत सारा, और ट्रेलर देख के ऐसा लगा कि आपने बहुत सारी माँ के किरदार को जीवित कर दिया है. मतलब बहुत सारी मदर्स के इमोशन आपने शो किए हैं. तो ड्यूरिंग द शूट आपने कभी फील किया शूट करते हुए आपको अपनी रियल माँ की याद आ गई हो, बच्चों की याद आ गई हो, और शूट कंप्लीट करने के बाद आप घर पे गए हो तो आपके बच्चों ने बोला होगा मम्मी आज आप कुछ ज्यादा ही माँ लग रही हो?
नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है मम्मी. मैं जब भी घर पहुंचती हूँ तो माय किड्स आर मोर लाइक mama, the whining and the why didn't you do this and why didn't you do that starts up. So it's not that I'm the minute I see them एक बार मिल गई उनको तो मतलब I am only mom. There's no other character that I can play at that point of time. But as far as the character is concerned, उस किरदार के बारे में बात करूँ तो इतना ही कहूँगी कि जब भी आप एक किरदार प्ले करते हो, if I am playing the mother of a teenager, I am the mother of a teenager. So it's something that you do draw from your real life experience. No two ways about it. And yes, there are parts of it that feel very natural to me. Like for instance, even the parts where you hug them or kiss them or like put your arm around them. It's the physical affection, it's the body language, it's all of that. तो वो सब जो चीज़ें होती हैं वो एक किरदार को बनाती हैं. तो उसमें मुझे लगता है आपको रियल लाइफ एक्सपीरियंस से ड्रॉ करना ही पड़ता है.
Thank you.
You have a great chemistry with the kid also in the trailer. When we were talking about chemistry, just
when we speak about chemistry, I just want to tell you, chemistry also is a very misunderstood word. जो आप बोलते हो कि आपकी chemistry बहुत अच्छी है उनके साथ या जो भी है. I think it's a comfort level, and comfort is something that you have to create. You have to create with the people that you are working with, because acting is a very vulnerable space. It's a very vulnerable space. It's a space where you're standing in front of how many ever people that you're standing in front of, and you have to laugh with them. You have to cry with them. You have to cry in front of them again and again. And you have to make mistakes. You have to fall down. You have to, be so comfortable with them in that moment. And you have to create a relationship. So it is something that you have to create in real life as well, so that it can be translated on screen.
True.
So it's, like I said, that is chemistry.
It's action and reaction, basically. Okay, we'll take the next one. Ankita.
Hello, Kajol ma'am.
Hi.
Hi. It's finally a dream come true to see you in person. And I really loved your acting, and you are an inspiration for all of the girls and women out there. And I really liked your character of Vidya Jyoti in Dopatti. And my question to you is, what message would you like to give to young girls who are looking at you?
Thank you so much for all those wonderful compliments. What is the message that I would like to give to all women? I don't know. First of all, I will tell all women to stop listening only. Stop listening to all the diatribe that everybody is telling you. Stop listening to everybody's, vishesh tippani that they are vigilantly giving you all the time. सबकी बातें सुनना बंद कर दो. सबसे बहुत बहुत बड़ी बात वो ही है. खुद की बात सुनो, खुद का करो, and do things for yourself. I think that's got nothing to do with gender, really. Stop believing that making you a woman, stop believing that you are a woman makes you any better or any worse than anybody else.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you and wish you all the best for your upcoming movie, Ma.
Thank you so much.
Thank you and wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Samik.
Hello, ma'am. Firstly, huge fan. We all love you. My family loves you. We all love you. So
it's a generational thing. Family
yeah.
cheese hai.
Nahi. Okay. So my first question is, since this movie Ma is from the same universe and creators of the movie Shaitaan, can we see a future collaboration or a multiverse where there's a movie with both you and Ajay sir in the movie?
I'd love to. जैसे मैंने कहा है, I think that I would love to see that happen. So hopefully, when the film does phenomenally well,
which it will.
Thank you so much. Which it will. आपके मुंह में घी शक्कर. And so yes, definitely you will probably, I hope, see more collabs coming forward. And Ma returns, as we've got a title also. टाइटल का सजेशन भी आ गया है, अभी कास्टिंग का सजेशन भी आ गया है, तो पैसे भी आप दे दो, प्रोड्यूस कर लो.
बिल्कुल. Ma'am, one more question. When can we see you in a rom-com? Like Dilwale you did a couple of years ago. That was a great film. We want to see you in a rom-com.
I'd love to do one. I seriously would.
Like
I said, I would love to do a comedy.
Scoop?
I would love to, but it has to be written. Again, it has to be written really nicely.
So there's no inside scoop.
So no, there's no
Nothing
inside
in
scoop.
production.
I haven't got anything in the pipeline currently.
Okay. Yeah, that's that.
Don't be disappointed.
Ma'am, give me something na. Can you do that Haryanvi accent you did in Dopatti?
नहीं यार, नहीं कर सकती मैं. वो नहीं होगा मेरे से.
Isha.
Hi ma'am, big fan here and so is my family. So I want to ask, like I saw the poster of Ma and it shows that hell is here and so is the goddess Ma. I want to ask you, how did it feel that to represent both the role where you show fear as well and so the divine?
That's actually a fabulous question.
Thank you so
much. I will say that that's something that was actually really, really amazing for... I will say that's actually something that was amazing to portray as well. It is faith versus evil. It is what you believe about yourself versus what you see in front of you as something as indestructible. And and it's the eternal question. So yes, it was quite amazing to see that part of myself also and see what I'm fighting against also. And it gave me a moment. It gave me a moment on set as well. It just gave me a moment. I think it gave everybody a moment when when we were shooting it as well. So everybody kind of just like had a little bit of a pause over there itself.
Thank you so much, ma'am. All the best for your film.
Thank you.
Ma'am, you're fighting Doito in the film. What is Doito?
Doito is supposed to be a Rakshas. He's supposed to be a Rakshas. So it's the story of Kali and Rakta Beach. I don't know whether you know the story of Kali and Rakta Beach.
I think I'll discover it.
So you'll discover it in the movie itself. I can't tell you too much about it. That story is, of course, the story that I think everybody knows about Kali and Rakta Beach. That there was a Asura, there was a Rakshas who was called down, who was supposedly indestructible. Or wo jo hota hai, when anything is indestructible, the only thing that they can think of is माँ को बुलाओ, माँ सब कुछ ठीक कर देगी, माँ को बुलाओ. So they called out to Ma, obviously, and she came down in the roop of Kali to fight him. And uska vardaan yahi tha ke that every drop of his blood that would touch the earth would turn into another Rakta Beej. So that was his power that he had been granted, and how she kills him eventually. And so yeah, you're going to watch it, and hopefully you'll go back and read some Amar Chitra Kathas as well after this.
Yes. And we'll take one last. Tanishq.
Hello ma'am, my name is Tanisha and I am also child
Tanisha?
actor. Tanishq Shah.
Tanishq Shah.
And I am also child actor. You are looking so beautiful, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And I am a huge fan, ma'am. And I wanted to learn how you become such a graceful actor.
Graceful, I'm not, huh? By the way. Just found out how many times I've fallen. How can I be called a graceful actor?
Because when you fall, your movie goes hit.
But that doesn't make me graceful, no? But thank you so much. I understand your question. I'm just pulling your leg. How do you become a graceful actor? I don't know, darling, because I think that I think grace is something that you learn along the way as you become an adult.
Yes.
So hopefully you look like you're already graceful. Are you? Do you fall down too much?
No, I don't fall down.
See, you're already graceful. Don't worry about it.
And my second question, ma'am. Ma'am, I watched your movie DDLJ and Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum. I really inspire your acting skills, ma'am. And ma'am, आप new actors के लिए क्या suggest करना चाहेंगे acting tips के बारे में?
मैं आपको इतना बोलूंगी क्योंकि आप न्यू एक्टर लग रहे हैं. मुझे ये टिप आपके लिए?
Yes.
This tip is for you?
Yeah.
Okay, I would tell you to work. I would tell you to concentrate on your studies as well. I would tell you to study very, very hard so that you can be a very, very intelligent actor. And hopefully, when you become a very big star, you will also be able to say that I'm a star. And at the same time, I have the capability of doing anything else that I want to do. End of answer.
There's one more small kid who is over there.
Yes,
Yeah, she has been.
Very efficiently, you're raising your hand.
Yeah.
Stand up.
हाय अंजलि, प्यार क्या होता है? प्यार तो दोस्ती होती है. अगर वो मेरे सबसे अच्छी दोस्त नहीं हो सकती तो मैं उससे कभी प्यार ही नहीं कर सकता, क्योंकि प्यार तो दोस्ती है, वरना मैं उससे कभी प्यार ही नहीं कर सकता. सिंपल. तो क्या तुम मेरी दोस्त बनोगी अंजलि?
Yes. Was that a question or are you still going on with the scene? Scene khatam ho gaya na? Yes. I would love to be your friend. Thank you so much.
Hi ma'am, my name is Ashra Mishra. I'm a big fan of yours and
I can see that.
especially of your character Anjali in Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. Who inspired you to become such a versatile and incredible actor? Also, what advice would you give to young actors like me? Even I'm a child actor, and I would love to learn from you.
There's nothing that I can teach you. I promise you there's nothing that I can teach you. I think I've already answered your question as to what advice I would give a young actor. As far as anything else is concerned, like I would say, just study very hard so that you can be a very, very super intelligent actor who can do a lot more than, just act. You can do a lot more. And acting is today about a lot more than just acting.
Ma'am, can I give you something?
Yes, sure. Pass it on.
While she comes over here, I want to thank our event partner, Roaring Bullet. It happens to be their 500 events. So congratulations and thank you. Thank you for this event.
Yes, sure, darling.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Kajol ma'am. This was a lovely, lovely conversation. And thank you for doing this with us. Wish you all the best for Ma.
Thank you. Thank you so much. My pleasure to be here.